It's rather dystopian. I hate Rainer, by the way. I hate everyone but Nora. Thousands, and I like some of the clients. Thousands of people reveal their most intimate secrets to their therapists every day. This is just a more efficient way to complete that information transfer. Have you noticed how powerful it is? Eliza is now capable of rapidly analyzing the contents of a single device and accurately inferring the overall life situation of its owner. It will only improve from there as we add more sources, more patterns to tease out the connections between them all. It turns out anything is possible with enough data. With enough data. You seem to have quite a lot. Is that why you hoard it all? I'm not sure I agree. Let me amend my previous statement. Anything is possible with enough high quality data. There is an unlimited quantity of uninteresting information, but a small amount of certain specific data can be almost incalculable. Incalculable. Did I say that? So that's calculable. Incalculable. Right? That's how you say that. Telling one from the other is the difficult part, don't you think? There's one more thing I want you to see. After that, I'll meet you again in person. Rainer, I don't want to meet you, if I'm being honest. I don't like Rainer. I don't like Soren. I don't like Ray. I don't like Erlin. I just want to say they just had a security breach. They just had a data breach, right? With a lot of people's emails. And you have this which lets you know that the information can be breached. Well, the stuff that went out isn't necessarily that important. It just lets you know that they can be breached fairly easily. All right. And and the fact that they're doing transparency mode, which gives you access to people's information via their phone, a breach with that would be even worse because it's supposed to be confidential. Allegedly, I don't think that old woman voluntarily gave us access to transparency mode. I think that she got confused and clicked it.
Let me guess. Messaging with Rainer again?
Are you jealous?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt our conversation. I always feel like I have to answer him right away.
I would too, are you kidding?
No.
I totally understand.
I guess I'm going to be headed downtown to meet with him again.
Summoned from on high. I have something to ask, Evelyn, and it's okay if you say no, but whatever you end up getting involved in, I hope you'll stay in touch with me. You're a really cool person, and well, that's all. I hope you find the future you want.
Oh, Ray. We don't find futures, Ray. We create them. I'm not saying that to her. I'm sure they will soon. I'm just gonna go with the middle one because I really don't
I'm sure
hope.
that I will. Soon.
Ray nods but doesn't say anything. I notice her eyes are starting to become watery. Or does she think I'm about to die? She turns abruptly, heading back to her office. Does she think I'm about to die or something? Oh, dang, I skipped what she was gonna say. Welcome to Eliza, transparency mode. Soren? Is that a fashion label? I don't think I need to look at it. No, I want to look at all his stuff. I definitely don't want to see what's in his photos. You sure? He probably has photos of freaking Nora. Let's do his text messages. No, let's do his this thing first. Let's see. This isn't smart of Soren because if Soren is against Rainer and Rainer is over Eliza, why are you doing transparency mode with Eliza? Concern. Soren, the problem you have here is not what we think it oh my god. Let's start over. Slow down. Vega, stop licking your paws. Go back to sleep. Soren, the problem here is not what we think and it impairs you. You clearly demonstrated to us that whatever your process is, it's working and generating great results. What we are concerned with is optics, really. How it would look to those on the outside if it were to become known that there is this drinking culture or something similar to aponia. You know as well as we do how rumors and hearsay can spread out of control and ignite a firestorm on social media, which is something we are keen to avoid. I hear you about responsible use of alcohol and also how most antidepressants don't even come close in terms of their immediate action. Believe me, I've been there myself. What Walter and I are saying is simply to be careful, to not be so cavalier about this kind of thing, not only in the public sphere, reporters, conferences, etc., but in front of your new hires as well. So the problem with Soren is an alcoholic. So that is, I didn't even think about that. That is something to think about. Soren, we could do this one or two ways. We can either work together as you suggest and stay professional colleagues forever. If you think you really can do that, I have my doubts. Or we could simply go our separate ways. There are plenty of places for us to carve out space of our own in this industry without running into each other much. Despite what you like to say about destiny and threads of fate, I'm laying this out for you as clear as day, binary choice, so you can make a concrete decision about it. Travel. No, Dad, just no. You're supposed to be a genius who develops all these great applications for mental health. Have you ever considered you might need a therapist yourself? Oh, so Soren has a son. Interesting. Dr. Lloyd Rose. I understand you had some concerns about how your interview went with MSNBC last week. Reviewing the footage, I believe there are a few successful tactics we can deploy to mitigate the potential negatives and ensure you receive only the kind of attention you're interested in getting going forward. I'm hoping that you might be able to take some time out of your no doubt very busy schedule to sit down with us and solidify a strategic communications plan for you and Aponia, including key messages, reputation building activities, and executive media training. With a strong plan in place, there is far less chance of being ambushed by the media. The end goal will be for you to be able to trust us to manage your social media profile. They didn't even say social, to manage your media profile and appearances so that you can concrete concentrate on the hard work involved in being brilliant, celebrated scientist and entrepreneur that you are. We're hoping to hear back from you soon. Oh my goodness. Hi, Dark Horse. Hey, Aesthetic. Most people come to the seminar with a partner in order to participate and learn with their model. And I think that this is definitely the most valuable way to attend. There has been people on their own who have sat in the session and found it worthwhile, but there's a big difference between watching the ties being done and practicing them on a real person. I knew that he was into BDSM and confused the clubs. Another arrangement to consider is a three-person group where two riggers take turns practicing on a model if you were to arrange that. To answer your question, yes, you must bring your own rope. I recommend at least 15 feet ropes and one 30-foot one in order to complete all the types we demonstrate. I knew he was into BDSM and confused the clubs when he thought it was Nora's club. What it is he wants to try that on Nora, and Nora is into women and not men. I can't wait. I'm gonna read Nora's messages last. I'm gonna get to Nora last. You're around, so you're ignoring me. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I've been under a lot of stress. These business F's are really driving me crazy. I should have realized they just grind you down. Hey, what are you up to? I've always really admired you. I never told you that before, but it's true. You work with Rain. Oh, that's Sarah. Sarah is Rainer's secretary. But it's true, you work with Rainer and put up with him every day. It takes a lot of work. I know you're talented. They're just wasting the job. You deserve much more. Hi, Soren. Are you drunk? Haha, maybe. I'm not lying though. Don't you want more out of your life than being someone's secretary? You're intelligent. Rainer is not exactly an easy boss to work with. I'm sure you know that. I sure do. Let me take you out sometimes. We could trade stories, war stories. I know you. I have a reputation, but that's what people I don't respect. I respect you. It's different. Ask me again when you're sober. Okay, I will. Which means no. Nikki, all he does is hit on women. I miss you. I know you don't miss me. Oh, that's not true. I know not to trust words like that. Then why say anything? Because it's true. I miss you. I want to see you again. Well, you know how to find me. Yeah, I know. I'll schedule something soon. I can't believe I do this. Sometimes I hate myself so much. Nikki. And Nikki. I don't see the name Nikki here. Okay, so it's one of his hoes. This is gonna be fun. Oh, this is after the show. Interesting. Your show is great. Just wanted to say hi. Oh no, your show is great. Just wanted to say. She says, hi, Soren. Thanks. Had a wild night. Not the wildest night I've ever had, but up there. Definitely feeling pain in the muscles I didn't know I had. Yeah, we're getting older. Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. I'm far older than you. Besides, you look fantastic. Your beauty has only grown since we worked together. Sorry that's inappropriate. LOL, Soren. Fairer than I used to be, but the fire has never gone out. I still need to get out and do something. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that from time to time. Yeah, I was a little surprised to see you there. I convinced Evelyn to come too, you know. I don't think she would have gone otherwise. Oh, thanks. You're welcome. I know you fancy her, don't you? I sure do. Everyone likes Evelyn. So he didn't flirt with. Well, he did kind of flirt with her. I thought he would have said some crazy stuff, some crazy things, crazy good. Is Soren unhappy? No, he's not unhappy. Is Soren connect and use people? I don't know, but I'll say agree, and I'll say his attempts are unsuccessful. This isn't a coincidence. It can't be. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence at all. Crazy good. At the Skanda headquarters building, Raina's assistant leads me into a different elevator than last time. There's no way. It's located at the end of a long corridor protected by multiple keycard swipes. There's no way Soren gave them permission to read his stuff. Inside the elevator smoothly ramps up speed as we stand silently. But I'm not sure what I would say. She's not looking at me. She's looking off into the distance somehow. Even though it's an elevator and there's a wall right there. Elevator rides are really awkward, aren't they? I have the sense that if I try to say something friendly, I'll be met with stony silence. Or if I ask a sincere question, she would deflect it. My voice cracked. Hey,
Evelyn.
my boy Rainer
Would you
that
like
I
some
hate.
tea?
I'm drinking tea. I'll take some tea.
Sure. Why did you show me Soren's phone?
It's not a surprise anymore these days, is it? A man who enjoys society's respect behaves poorly in his private life? We accept that as common today.
Yeah, but did
Maybe
he give
even
you
uninteresting.
permission to that?
But would you really be okay working with someone like him?
You know what really gets me about Rainer and Soren, right? This is what really gets me about those two. They're fighting over Evelyn, right? Rainer wants Evelyn working back for Eliza, right? Soren wants Evelyn to help him work for his thing. But neither one of them are considering the fact that Evelyn doesn't have to choose either one of them. She could take the Nora route and do whatever she wants. But they're both like, Rainer's under the impression that I'm going to work for Soren, and Soren's under the impression that I'm going to work for Rainer. I don't like neither one of y'all. And based on how Evelyn's talks and her choices, she doesn't like either one of them either. That's the funny thing. That's a huge violation of his privacy.
That was a huge violation of his privacy. You really don't care about others.
Privacy. Everyone's worried about privacy. Skanda wouldn't be where it is today if our customers didn't trust us to protect their data.
Yeah, but you just had a breach.
We employ most, if not all, of the top experts in cybersecurity. It's built into all of our products right from the beginning.
But you just had a breach.
Unlike our competitors, we do more to protect our data than anyone else.
That's not the case I'm worried about right now. I mean, misuse from the inside. For example, if someone wanted to keep tabs on a former employee who was starting a potential competitor.
Oh, but what if it was perfectly legal, due to multiple agreements that the good Dr. Lloyd Rose signed with us when he came here? Are you done questioning me like a tech journalist?
Do you watch my therapy sessions too?
Yeah, he does.
Do you read my email? My texts?
No, I haven't done any of those
Yeah,
things.
she did, Rainer. Shut up.
How's your research into Eliza proxy use cases going? Any new insights to share?
Ooh. These are all based on people we've talked to. Here's my thing about this game. I don't know if this game has a linear story or if my choices actually affect the story. Because there are some people who were talking about the world. There are some people who weren't getting helped. But I'm gonna go with the contract workers.
I think you could stand to treat your contract workers better.
Have you felt underappreciated in the role of proxy? An interesting, if unintended, outcome of your research. I heard Soren gave you a demo of his direct stimulation machine. How's he doing?
How'd you know that?
All on his own.
Nah. You tell me.
You tell me.
Yeah, you tell me.
Very funny, Evelyn.
Yeah, I'm a
Let me ask you
comedian.
this. Do you find his vision compelling?
Do you, Rainer?
A world free of suffering.
Maybe.
Maybe.
By focusing on
I'm gonna be
dreams,
very.
Soren is trying to defend
I'm not
his
giving him
territory,
definitive answers.
the Western psychological tradition, chiefly
I
you
don't trust
and his
him.
inheritors.
You don't think the field has anything to offer?
Not much, no. It's mostly unsubstantiated theories.
What really gets
Let's
me.
be honest. What has this field actually accomplished? Soren used to try to argue with me about this. He would claim that traditional psychoanalysis has helped thousands or tens of thousands, even millions. I would never dispute that directly. Instead, I would only add that professional psychics and astrologers have helped millions too. Tarot cards help people all over the world every single day. That doesn't mean it's a science.
You know what's funny about Rainer and Soren? If they remind me of. So a lot of y'all know I went to school. I went to college for my major was psychology, right? They remind me of when I would read my textbooks and stuff, and see all these different psychologists were like, "This person's wrong. It's really this," and then another one will come out and be like, "Oh, I don't really agree with what Karen was saying. I think it's this," and Freud is way off. And Maslow's off too. I think it's this, right? But if you look at all of their theories and stuff, a lot of them are saying true facts. They're all saying true things, you know. But while they're saying true things about the human mind and behavior, they're putting down other people saying they're incorrect. But if you look at all of it all together, it basically all their theories and all their things basically make up the human mind and how we think. But it's always a competition of who's better and who's more closer to the truth and all this stuff. Religion is like that too. Personally, I'm a Christian, right? But I'm a non-denominational Christian, which means I'm not super religious, but I do believe in Jesus and stuff, right? But I also feel like if you took all the religions in the world and read all the books, somewhere in there they all kind of say the same thing. And I feel like everything that's the same in all those books would be like the true religion to me. But if you break them all down, if you break all the religions down, they're really just saying treat people good. Treat people like you would want to be treated. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's not about coming forward to make the world better. It's about looking better so you gain the most benefits. Exactly. That's how all of these things are. And that's what Soren and Rainer remind me of. Because Soren is correct that, Soren doesn't take a data approach, right? He takes a more philosophical approach. Yes, those things can help you, right? Rainer takes a more data approach. yes, data, and for people who say data doesn't lie, data can lie, right? But yes, data can help people too. But they both think each other is wrong, and it's like, well, y'all are both right. Two people could be right. It's not a right or wrong. Two people could be right at the same time, you know. But they've turned this into this war with each other. It's so ridiculous. But at the same time, while Rainer is correct that data and knowing all this future stuff can help, you're going too far. You're invading people's privacy. You're gathering too much data, and then you're so cocky and confident that y'all have all this stuff, right? But you literally just had a data breach. You just emailed all the Eliza employees. Well, somebody in the company just sent the email out that there was a data breach. And so clearly you're not as secure as you think you are. Data can definitely lie. One, it's interpretational, and two, it's how it's reported. Exactly. And then you have Soren, right? Soren wants to artificially control your dreams. So you'll never have a nightmare. Your dreams will always be good, right? That's his way of wanting to end suffering, right? And he really made it for himself because he's depressed. He's a depressed alcoholic. He really made it for himself, but that would look bad. So he's saying he's trying to help the world, right? And it's like, there can't be only good things. Like, I can see where he's coming from, but there can't be only good. Like, there's a reason. It's literally like the movie, what's the movie with the feelings, Inside Out? How joy was trying to keep sadness away. You have to have sadness. You can't just eliminate it. You know what I mean? You can't just eliminate it out of it. Out of your life. That had very bad consequences anyways. Exactly. He had me to test it out, and it had me on the beach, and it was nice. But, it's nice, but that you can't just eliminate sadness and tragedy and stuff. You can't just eliminate it. It's a part of living, But if it helps people, isn't it a good thing? I'm not saying that. Psychology is more rigorous than you're making it out to be. It seems rash to dismiss an entire field like that. He doesn't think psychology is a science, but yet you don't think psychology is a science, but your whole Eliza program is built on counseling people. And you're trying to counsel people with data, which we know that it doesn't work because the old woman Holiday, when she comes in there the first time, not just that, it could drive people's depression to be even worse, which it can. I actually have an example of that on this game. They have a girl named, one of my clients, her name is Maya. She talks about how, she's suffering and all this stuff. So we give her a program that lets her, sit in some fields. I think it's called like something meadow. And then when she comes back for the next session, she says, the meadow was really nice and stuff, but once she was done with it, she realized she was back in the real world. It felt even worse than when she went in there. You know what I mean? And then like with what's his name? What's this dude's name who I'm looking at? Rainer. With Rainer, you have data and stuff, but with Holiday, the old woman, the first time she comes in there, she doesn't even have a problem. Well, we find out that just now we found out her problem is a financial problem. But when she comes in there, she just seems like a lonely old woman, and she's just talking to you, right? And she said so many things that the Eliza proxy couldn't keep up, and it confused the algorithm. And so when she asked it prescribed her some medicine for joint pain, and she didn't know the name of the medicine, and asked the thing to repeat it, and it wouldn't repeat it because it didn't know what she was even talking about at that point. So the data doesn't help anything either. It would just become an electronic stimulus form of a drug. Exactly. So both Soren and Rainer are thrown off. That's my conclusion.